Hi everyone, it's your girl Regina coming to you with another video. Today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the 10 forgotten items that most people forget on the day of their cruise. I see videos all the time where people have to stop by Family Dollar, Walgreens, Walmart on the way to the port because it's not the big things that people seem to forget. It's always those little small things. So I'm going to jump right into this video and start sharing with you some of the 10 things that I believe are the most forgotten items before you sail on your cruise. Okay, so we're going to start with item number one, sunglasses. If you're going into that Caribbean island, do not leave that house without you a couple of pair of sunglasses. I usually take about 3 pair of sunglasses with me just in case I lose a pair. Because a lot of times, you might be on the Lido deck, you done had a couple of drinks, you done took your shades off and you done walked off and you done left them. Or, an arm might break or you lose them in the water on the beach. Make sure you take a couple of pair of extra shades with you because you're going to need them when you out there in that sun. So don't forget to take you a couple of pair of sunglasses. I'm going to show you these items in no particular order, but item number two, do not forget that lanyard. You're going to regret leaving that lanyard at home. I was on my cruise back in January on a Carnival Sensation, and guess what I forgot? The lanyard. So guess what? I pretty much had nowhere to put my sailing sign card the whole time I was on the cruise, and I was on a 5-day cruise. So you don't want to have to be, taking a risk of putting this sailing sign card in your back pocket, or now you got to be forced with carrying a purse throughout the whole cruise while you're on the cruise ship, when all you had to do was remember to pick up a lanyard. You can find these anywhere, right at the Dollar Tree. You shouldn't even care what's written on it. Just make sure you do not forget your lanyard. And here's a tip. If you do forget your lanyard, you can always head over to the casino on day one. They have those little plastic lanyards that you can hang around your neck. They the little standard little lanyards you can see at any casino. I'm right down here in South Florida, and I went to casinos a couple of times and got one for free. They just the standard little plastic lanyards. I don't really like them, but that is a backup plan if you forget to bring your lanyard to hook your sailing sign card on. And make sure that everybody in your party have one, including your kids, because you got to show that sailing sign card when they get on and off the ship at different stops. Another tip for people who cruising with their kids: all cards are linked to your room. So if you are cruising with kids, make sure you head down to that customer service desk and have your kids' card deactivated so that they won't be at the game room running up your room tab while you laid out in the jacuzzi having a drink. So make sure you deactivate your kids' sailing sign card. That's a tip. Okay, number three, you got to plug your cell phone and stuff up. Let me tell you what I did last year. I grabbed my cord, but I forgot the block. So a lot of times, a lot of us, we don't travel. We travel with the cord all the time to make sure our cell phone and stuff stay charged. But we don't really travel with the block, because even in my car, I just have the regular USB chargers. I got the newer couches where you just plug up your USB to the arm of the couch. I really don't use the block as much. So make sure to grab not only your cord to charge your different items. Make sure the block is with it. If it's a cell phone, if it's your camera, anything like that, make sure you have the block with it. So that is actually tip number 4. Make sure you have the block. I had the cord, forgot the block. Thank God my sister had an extra one. So make sure you don't want to be running around the boat trying to find a block, because now you got the cord and you don't have a block to plug up to the wall. So make sure you bring the block. Then my next tip is, don't forget a cup. Some of these items that I'm showing you, you probably got laying around your house, because I got up this morning and, I was thinking, what are 10 things that people tend to leave at home before they cruise? And most of this stuff I just had laying around my house. This like part 1 of things that you need to grab before your cruise, because I haven't even did my Dollar Tree run. But make sure you have a cup with a lid. When you're on that Lido deck, them cups up there is small. You'll see a lot of people with their own personal cup. You'll see them putting ice in it. You'll see them putting juice in them. If some people have their alcohol, I'm not gonna say how they got the alcohol, but I'm gonna say some people have their alcohol inside their cups. So make sure you have a cup. I like to use a thermal cup also because it keeps the drink cold longer. I'm thinking about, because I actually have a little Carnival cup too, but it don't really hold much. But I'm thinking about maybe taking it with me, get a straw, because I'm thinking, because at the last minute I was able to add somebody to my cruise. You know, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know I booked my cruise a whole year ago, and I booked it as a solo cruise because I really didn't have anyone to go with. But last week, so I knew it. It always happened this way. I don't even know why I was getting myself all hyped, thinking I'm finna go on my first solo cruise. It always happened like that. Somebody always jump on the cruise with me. And again, one of my family members decided to wait till I had unpaid my whole cruise off, then call me up and say, "Hey, you still going on that cruise?" So I allowed them to go ahead and pay the taxes and fees for me to add them to it. And they promised to order 2 bottles of Ciroc from the fun shop to have in the room when I get there. So it was a pretty good change out, because if you didn't see my video on how I booked a 6-night cruise with Carnival Cruise Line and saved $120, make sure you go back and look at that video. But I'm thinking about taking my Carnival cup that I already have, so I can make my little mixed drinks in it inside my room, because I'm having 2 bottles already in my room that I'm ordering from the fun shop. So I make sure I have my little Carnival cup. And this is another thing I like to pick up when it comes to cups, especially this not the first time I've been on a cruise where I had alcohol already delivered in my room. I usually, when I do this method, if I'm not going to buy the drink package, what I do is I grab me one of these glasses from the Dollar Tree, and what I got a lid on it. What I do is I had a stewardess bring, ice to my room. Make sure that when you see your stewardess, make sure you tell them you want ice in your room, because if you don't request ice to be in your room, they will not put ice in your room again. It's free. So what I would do is have them to bring ice into my room. I will put ice into this glass right here, put my alcohol in it, put my chaser in it, shake it up. It'll be all mixed up and everything, and then pour it into one of my cups that I have with me, or I just take the lid off and drink it straight out of the glass. I really don't like drinking out of plastic a lot. I'm a glass person, but I don't like to take like a wine glass or nothing with me on the cruise, because it might break. But these little mason jars are only $1 at the Dollar Tree. So I always, if I'm going to be making me some drinks in my room, shake, I grab me one of these. So that's a part of, don't forget to bring you a cup. So you know what, this video is turning into 10 things you don't want to forget plus 10 tips, but we're not going to get on that. Okay, the next tip the next thing you don't want to forget is a camera. This is actually a waterproof camera. So make sure that you have something with you besides your cell phone, just in case your cell phone died, that you would have as a backup plan, so that you still will be able to record and take pictures and have your memories just in case your cell phone died. So make sure you have some type of backup device, whether they have disposable cameras. It doesn't matter, but try to have you something that, so that you will make sure you won't miss out on capturing any other special memories that you're going to make while you on the cruise. I actually picked this up at the pawn shop one day for $10. I was actually out looking for a pro cam. I really want me a pro cam. I think it's called a pro cam. GoPro, that's what it's called. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm actually looking for me a GoPro, but I don't want to pay full price. So I've been going, on Saturdays when I don't have nothing to do, I've been, visiting some pawn shop looking for me a GoPro. And I happened to see this camera for $10. It worked fine. It's waterproof. You can take pictures, you can take videos. So this is a perfect camera to use as a backup plan while I'm on my vacation, so that I will not miss any memories. I can put a memory card in it. It fits right on a selfie stick. So this was a great buy that I found at the pawn shop for like $10. So don't forget to have a backup plan in case your cell phone died or anything like that, so that you will not lose out on your memories. And speaking of cell phones and devices dying, don't forget to make sure you have some battery packs. This was a battery pack I bought maybe 5 years ago, and this was one I bought 2 years ago. I actually like this one because you can charge two devices at one time. You want to just make sure you got them plugged up, sitting on the charge, especially on C day. Have them on charge all day long on C day, so that way when you on port days, you'll have that backup power source with you, so that in case your cell phone or one of your devices that you really enjoy using die, you actually have a backup plan to charge those devices up. So make sure, go on Amazon, drop a link down below on some good chargers, battery chargers that you can grab from Amazon. But make sure you have a way to recharge your devices while you import, because if you can't find a plug, it's probably 20 other people already at the plug trying to charge their devices. And I know, like ports like Bahamas, it's I think Bahamas is one of those places where they can get like 3 or 4 boats um into the port. I know, like Amber Cove and Grand Turk, you're looking at 2 boats in port. So if you own boats where it's over 3,000 people, that's a lot of people in these ports at the same time. So it's going to be hard for you to find a spot to charge your device. So make sure you have a backup power source. Okay. Also, again, I mentioned it earlier when I showed you the camera, a selfie stick. Get your little selfie stick. I found this because, again, I'm looking for a GoPro. I found me a little packet with a bunch of little things, waterproof things for a GoPro, or it's another camera that fits in here that I'm thinking about buying. That's a little bit cheaper than the GoPro. But I made sure I had and like I said, I found this at the pawn shop for $2, and it was some other things with it. I paid a total of $5 and got some devices, selfie sticks and stuff like that. But anyway, make sure you have a little selfie stick, so you can get that selfie shot. You ain't got to always just be holding the phone in your hand. That, what, on my last cruise, I didn't have a selfie stick. I wasn't really even thinking of that. Was something I wasn't even thinking about when I was getting ready to cruise. So a lot of times I was holding up my phone and trying to hit that button. But guess what? I have selfie sticks this time. Actually, this here is a Bluetooth selfie stick that Bluetooths to my phone, and all I got to do is, get that selfie, hit that button, ching, get that picture. You don't want to miss out on those pictures. So don't forget to grab you a selfie stick, before your cruise. Okay. Power source. Again, I can't emphasize this no more. I think I mentioned this in every one of my videos, especially when I'm talking about things that you need for your cruise, that extra power source. The newer boats are starting to come out with, USB chargers in the room and stuff like that. But if you own, the boat that an older boat, or a boat that haven't been built in 2000 and I don't know 15 or higher, most likely you gonna only got that one plug to plug up your electrical devices. So make sure you grab I got this extension cord right from the Dollar Tree. It's a 3-prong extension cord. If you got more than one person in the room with you, or you got a couple of people in the room with you, you might want to pick up 2. Stay away from the power sources. Not the power sources, they call them the power surges, with the little button on it. Stay away from those, because you can get ownership with it, but if your room steward is see it in your room, they can confiscate it, because they saying that those the power surge extension cords, they have something electrical to do with the boat. It's some type of electrical problem that they cause. So they're starting to more and more confiscate the ones that have the little button on the little power surge. So, get your extension cord. They have these that have more than 3. But like I said, this was something I picked up right from the Dollar Tree. It's only 2 people going to be in the room with me. So I'm going to get one, and I'm going to get another one for the person that's going with me when I do my Dollar Tree run. So they'll have 3 ways to plug up their charging device, and I have 3 ways to plug up mine. Again, $1 right at the Dollar Tree. Okay. I actually got this at my job. I've been wanting one of these for a minute, but I just didn't want to pay the money for it. So I work at an electronics company. We get all types of devices and get glitz and gadgets all the time. And I was going through a Gaylord, and I actually found this, and my boss said, "Oh, just take it home, Regina." This was perfect, because I'm going to two of the stops, Amber Cove and Grand Turk. If you've seen any of their port videos, you know that Grand Turk, you got Margaritaville if you want to get in the pool, and then you got the beach right there. As soon as you get off the boat, you don't even have to pay to get to the beach or to the pool. And Grand Turk. So I'm looking at a whole beach day that day. Same thing with Amber Cove. You can get right off the boat and you can go right over to Margaritaville and get in the pool. They got slides in port. They got zip lining in port. One of them ports have that wave machine, that little surfing machine. So it's a lot of, and then of course, I'm going over to the Bahamas if I want to go to the beach in the Bahamas. I think it's less than a mile. You can walk down to a free beach, or you can catch the taxi over to a free beach. So this cruise that I got coming up on the Carnival Magic has a lot of water involved, and I don't want to take the chance of my cell phone is not waterproof. So I decided I want to get me something to ensure that my cell phone won't get no water in it, and it won't get dirt in it. It'll stay safe. Also, on port days, I can drop my sailing and sign card in here and a couple of dollars if I want to travel light, and I don't have to worry about it getting wet. So you might want to pick up you a water seal for your cell phone. It comes with a nice little handy string so you can hang it around your neck while you're on your cruise, especially if you're going on a cruise that has a lot of water surrounding it. And my last but not least is make sure you have some type of book bag, some type of carrying bag to have with you on those port days. You could put your towel in it. This is one of my ones that I use all the time, because you see I got my little hand sanitizer already hooked on to the bottom. I do use this one. It's a smaller book bag. My towel can fit in here. My sunglasses can fit in here. My anything that I want to use for recording. An extra pair of flip flops if I'm going on an excursion. It can fit right in this little small book bag. I don't like to carry nothing like big and bulky. So I found this one again right at my job. It was with a little game set, and we was missing some parts, but the book bag was in there. So I was able to grab a book bag. I actually used this on the last two cruises I was on. I used it when I was on the Carnival Sensation, and I also used it when I went down to Palm Beach and took their cruise to Freeport. So this book bag. I'm gonna use it again on the Carnival Magic because, like I said, I can fit my towel, all the things that I like to take with me. My battery charger for my cameras and stuff, things like that. I was able to fit right in here on port days, and I had something to carry my things with me, and I didn't have to have them in my hand. So make sure you have some type of book bag or some type of carrying bag for you to put your stuff in on port day. Okay, as we get closer and closer to our January cruise on the Carnival Magic, you're going to start seeing me more and more videos pop up as I make my journey towards the ship. Anytime I come up with, or I think of an idea that I feel like I want to share with everybody, I'm just going to jump right on in and I'm just make that video. I was thinking about shooting this video later on in the week because, I'm going with my natural look this week. But as I watched Dion Cole new stand-up comedy on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And he said, you know what? It's nothing wrong with going with natural. So I said, you know what? Forget it. I'm shooting my video today natural. So I hope that you guys found any of the things that I showed you helpful, and I hope that you found that this video informational. Do not forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can get all my latest videos, and I will see you guys on the next video shoot. Bye everyone. Thank you guys for watching.